Hello, and welcome to the ProQuest Congressional Training Series. In this session, you'll learn how to search the congressional information by building a search string. When you are creating a search string, there are a couple of important steps to follow in creating your terms and connectors. First, think about the area that you want to research and start brainstorming, perhaps with a colleague, the kinds of words or phrases you might use if you were talking about this area. For example, if you want to do a search related to an event such as the Gulf oil spill, the word oil should always be included in your search string. Then, depending on what you're looking for, you would include other words like spill or leak or pollution. If you're interested in the cleanup, you might add terms like cleanup or remediation. If you use the logical connector OR in this search form, the search system will look for the alternatives. So you can use the term oil in the first field and choose AND from the drop-down menu. And in the second search field, type spill or leak or discharge or pollution. Keep in mind that the search engine is not case-specific, so you won't need to worry about capitalization of your words. Now, suppose you want to look for different variations of a word. For example, the word pollution. You might want pollute or polluted or polluting. To find variations on pollution, you can use a wildcard called the expander, which is an exclamation point. The expander will find anything that begins with the root word of pollute, but has multiple endings on it. So it will find all of those variations of pollution, polluting, polluted. The same is true of the word discharge. Replace the final E with an exclamation point to allow for endings like discharged, dischargeable, discharging, or others. There are other wildcards that are available to us, such as the asterisk, which might replace one character at a time. If you aren't sure how a word is spelled, you can use an asterisk to replace each unknown character. You can also get on-screen help to build these search strings. Below your search form is a help toolbox, which contains the How to Build a Search String link. Just click on it and you'll get a pop-up containing help for building a search string. Click on Search Connectors and Commands, and you'll see all of the possible commands and connectors available in this search interface. Clicking on any of these will give you a description of how the connector works and some examples of how to use it. The most common connectors that you are going to use are AND, OR, and WITHIN. The WITHIN connector is a proximity connector and will help you find two terms in relation to each other, whether you want them to be related by being in the same sentence or within the same paragraph or within a certain distance, meaning a certain number of words from each other. For example, if you replace the N after the slash mark in the WITHIN connector with a number anywhere from 1 to the number 255, it tells the search engine how close you want the terms on either side of the WITHIN symbol to be related to each other. For example, Lewis within 1 of Clark will find Lewis and Clark, Lewis by Clark, and Lewis A. Clark. Use the AND connector when you want two words or two terms anywhere in the same document. For large documents, however, these terms might be unrelated, so you might prefer using the WITHIN connector in such a situation. That concludes this session on building a search string for your congressional search. To learn more about how you can significantly optimize your search capabilities with the incredible range and power of ProQuest, please consult the other videos in this training series.